Don't even get me started on fractions. To multiply them, it's going to take a lot of action. But math can be simple. All it takes is practice. Your brain is like a muscle. Make sure it's active.
Hey guys, let's go over the 4.0 inverse radical functions pretest post-test. Question number 1, it tells me f of x is this, and I'm going to put that here, 4x to the third minus 4x squared plus 8. Now I do have a minus sign, and then I have g of x. Let's write g of x. Alright, let's just go ahead and simplify this. 4x to the third minus 5x squared plus 8. And then we're going to take the inverse. And then we're going to combine like terms. 2x to the third. Positive 4x squared. 8 and a 7x. And so that would be choice D. Skipped a couple of questions. Number 7, given f of x and g of x, determine whether they are inverses. So if I do fog, and if that's equal to x, and then if I do goth, and that's also equal to x, then they are inverses. Okay, fog means put g into f. Put g in for every x value. So that's going to be 3 times 1/3 x plus 4 plus 12. Distribute the 3, that'll give you 3 over 3x plus 12 plus 12. And this will give you x plus 24 equals x, and so that's not equal. So I have that here and here. Okay, g of x means the f function is going to go into every x value of the g. So 1/3 times, now this is going into every x value. So 3x plus 12 plus 4. Distribute 3 over 3x plus 12 over 3 plus 4. We're hoping that it equals x. Gonna get x plus 8. And is that not equal to x? So answer is going to be D. Question number 8, which of the following is a simplified form of that? Remember, the 3 is going to become the denominator. $7.29. This is to the 1/3. And then x minus 7 to the 6th power. Okay, so if I break down 729, I believe that's 81 times 9. So 729 is 9 to the 3rd power. So that was here and here. And then 6 divided by 3 is going to be 2. So essentially I'm just going to have 9 times x minus 7 to the 2nd power. And that would be choice D. Question number 9. The lung volume for mammals can be modeled using the expression 170 times x to the 4/5, where x is the mass of the animal. How can this expression be modeled using radicals? Okay, so we want radicals. So basically, the blue is the inside, which is called the radicand. And that one is going to be your index. So the 5 is going to go here, and the blue is going to go on the inside. And that would be choice C. All right, I have 10A here to evaluate 256 to the third power divided by 8. So you can write it backwards. And my goal is I want that black number and this yellow number to be the same number. So 256 is 16 squared. So 16 to the power of 2 is 256, and I still have that 3. And I can break it down one more. 16 is 4 squared times 2 times 3. Okay, so if I multiply these, I'm going to get 4 times 3 is 12. And then I have something I can work with. So I can put it back as 4 to the 12 divided by 8. And that gives me 4 to the third divided by 2. So that is really 64. 4 to the third power. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. And then that would just be 8. Took longer than I wanted, but I got the answer. 10B. 100,000 to the negative 2 to the 5th root. And the negative just means that it goes in the denominator. Okay, so 100,000 is 10 to the 5th power. Okay, so that would be 1 over multiply 5 times 2 is the power rule, so it's 10 to the 10th power. And if I put it back, it's going to be 10 to the negative 10 divided by 5. And this will give us 10 to the negative 2. All right, so our answer is 1 over 100. Gotta change those answers. Number 11. When you have the same base here, you're going to add the exponents. Which means that these are now equal. 2/3 plus negative 1/4 equals A over B. common denominator of 12. So multiply across, you're going to get 8 over 12 is equivalent to 2/3 minus 3 over 12 equals A over B. So that would just be 5 over 12. A is 5 and B is 12. Number 12, if I just graph the square root of x, I put in x is 0, square root of 0 is 0, 1 is 1, and then the square root of 4 is 2. All right, so this is what the parent graph kind of looks like. But then we're going to shift it left 6. 2, 4, 6. And then we're going to go down to so now that's what my transformation looks like in green. And then we're going to flip this on the x-axis, a vertical reflection. Okay, the only one that kind of looks like that is B is your answer. All right, if you have a reference point for question number 14 here, you'll notice that it's being shifted down 4 units. And that's kind of like your D value, this one. So my answer is D. This one would just be going up. Something like that. This one is add to x, go west, so this would be left 4. And then this one would be right 4. All right, question number 18. Select the solution or solutions. We're going to, on both sides, I'm going to square it to get rid of this radical sign. And remember, there is a 2 there. So this 2, and the radical sign are gone. So you're left with just what's inside there, 3x plus 7. X minus 1 squared. Going to multiply here. And then combine like terms inside the box. And then I'm going to move everything to the left side over here. So I'm going to subtract 3x and subtract 7. Subtract 3x, subtract 7. This will give us x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. The goal is always set things equal to 0. Let's go ahead and factor that. A times C is negative 6. B value is negative 5. My two numbers are negative. I think it's going to be a 6, negative 6, and a negative 1. Set each of those equal to 0. Solve, you get these two solutions. Now you're going to have to test each of these solutions. So let's change the colors here. If I change this to purple, I'm going to put in 6 into x in the original problem and see if that is equal to the other side. So 3 times 6 is 18, 25 is 5. 6 minus 1 is 5. So this one works. -1. So that'll give me -3 plus 7 is 4. And square root of 4 is 2. 2 is not equal to -2, so that's an extraneous. So the only one that works is A. Alright, so I have a rectangle with this width and length. So we're just going to, area is equal to length times width. So we're just going to multiply these. Now, you'll notice they both have the same index, which means I can put them all in the same house. And you'll notice that I left space here. So this was blue. This one's going to be green. So 40, x to the third, y to the fifth. Oh, that one had a 2 on the outside. Okay, half of 162 is 81. And 81 is 9. So that would be 3 to the 4th power for 81. Now the 2 times this 40 gives me 80. So that would be 16 times 5. And 2 to the 4th power is what I want. Okay, x to the okay, that one we do want. That one's done. Okay, the y's, I get 12 here because you're adding them together. And that's y to the 4 to the 3rd power. Okay, so if this 3 comes out, I have these 2 times 3. This 2 comes out because remember you need 4 of them. Okay, that 5 is staying. This x can come out. That one's staying. Should actually change this one. So that means this is coming out. All right, did anything stay inside? So 6 times 6 is 36, x to the y to the 3rd. And I have the 5 and then x to the 3rd. And that would be choice D. True or false, to rationalize the denominator, multiply the numerator and denominator by x to the 3rd. So if I did that, you would just add those and you would only get to the 2nd. And I'm trying to get this one not to be 2, but a 3, because then they would cancel and leave you with an 8. So this would be false. If I wanted to rationalize, I would have multiplied by this. So that again, the 2 plus the 1 would equal 3. The distance a pilot can see the horizon depends on the altitude of a plane and can be modeled by the function 1.23 square root a, where d is the distance in miles. and A is the altitude. 20A, if the plane is flying at an altitude of 30,000, so if I put in 30,000 for this, and again, the goal is to see if you can simplify these without using a calculator. So 1.23 times 3 times 100, because I have 2 zeros there, squared, and that's what this one is. So this 100 can come out here. 100 times 1.2.3a times the square root of 3. The 100 moves this decimal 2 places here at 1.23 times the square root of 3. So you should have 123 times like 2. I'm gonna guess 240, 213. So 123 times, yep, 213. Correct answer is C. All right, if the pilot can see 300 miles to the horizon, so that would be the D. So 100 equals 1.23 times square root of A. I'm going to get, nope, can't do that. I'm going to divide, because there's multiplication there. So, and then I'm going to do a power of 2. That will equal my A value. So 100 divided by 1.23 gives me 81.3, and if I square that number, I'm going to get 66. Nope. Let's try that again. 100 divided by 1.23. $300. That's why. 300 divided by 1.23. 243, and if I square that number, around 59,000, which is around A. Hope that was helpful. See ya.
I had to divide to get it right. I'm really playing chess. I use my knight, can't fall behind. I got it right, don't sleep in class. Oh, you won't pass. I use my formula sheet, cause I don't cheat. I use it on my test. I'm feeling blessed, rose for Christ. You gotta come, remember in class, we don't chew gum. Get off your phone and pay attention. Not to mention, you're your detention.